Hi there, welcome to another math lesson, and today we'll be learning difference of two squares. A difference of two squares is a very common algebraic concept, and it's going to be important when you're solving maybe more difficult questions. But we're going to be learning it and using these examples to understand it. We're going to go from easy to somewhat complex. All right, let's look at what difference of two squares really looks like. If I have a square, subtract another square, I could expand it like this. So if you expand this, it will give you this. So if you have this, it is this. And if you have this, if you multiply this, you get this. That's all. That's what difference of two squares looks like. So let's solve the first example. Y squared minus 144. Now, for those of you who know your multiplication table, you know that 144 is actually 12 squared. Yeah, correct. So I have a square, subtract another square. What do? I go y minus 12, y plus 12. Simple. I've solved it. The second one, b 1 minus 36 p squared. Now here again, my task is to make sure I have squares. So 1 is 1 squared, 36 is 6 squared, and p squared is p squared. So I have square on both sides of the minus sign. Okay, so I could write it like this to make it a little more clearer. So you have 1 squared minus 6p squared. Since I have that, that will give me 1 minus 6p and 1 plus 6p. And that's the answer to that question. Okay, so I need space. I'm going to have to clean or erase at this point. So those are the answers to A and B. You could always rewind to get back the answers. Let's do the second one, the third one rather. So I have C, 18x squared minus 50y squared. Now 50 and 18 are not perfect squares. So when you have a question like this, you want to factorize. You look for a number that you can factor out. 2 can be factored out. So if you factor out 2, you're going to have 9 here, x squared, and 25y squared. Okay, so inside this bracket now, 9 is 3 squared. So you have x squared, and 25 is 5 squared. You have y squared here. So you now have squares on both sides, if you like, of the minus sign. So you can apply your difference of two squares concepts here. So you have now 3x minus 5y and 3x plus 5y. That's the answer. You have simplified this into this. All right, let's do the fourth one now. Number 4. So you have 4x squared minus y minus x squared. Now you have to be careful here. I will show you why. So let's start with 4 now. 4 is 2 squared, clearly. Then this, so if you look, this is also different of 2 squares because I have my minus sign here, and I have 2 squares on both sides of the minus sign. So I could apply my difference of 2 squares. So I'm going to take all of one of the 2, one of the x minus this whole thing is squared. So I'm going to put in the bracket y minus x. Then in the second place, I'm going to have 2x plus this whole thing, y minus x. Okay, so be careful here, like I said, because of this minus sign. Now I'm taking this, placing it here. I'm taking this, and I'm placing it here. So I kept it in the bracket because of this minus sign outside. So I'm going to have 2x minus y plus x, and 2x plus y minus x. So minus times plus is minus, and minus times minus is plus. So here you have like terms. 2x plus x is 3x, so you have 3x minus y here. And 2x minus x is x, so you have x plus y. And that's how you simplify this. So this one is a little trickier than the other ones because you have this here and this minus sign. So watch out for that. Then the last one, let's see whether this one will drop any curveballs for us. So we have e now. That's 2a cubed minus 72a plus b. So our work, remember, is to make sure that the numbers or the characters on both sides of the minus sign are raised to the power 2. So here I'm going to need to factorize. So I'll factorize 2a out. So I take out 2a. I'll be left with a squared. Then 36. This a will go out. Then a plus b squared and the bracket. So this is 2a. This is already squared. Okay, so I'm good here. This is 6 squared. This is a plus b all squared. So you can see that on both sides of the minus sign I have squares. So I can apply my difference of two squares concept. So 2a here, and I'll have a minus 6a plus b. Let me change this to square brackets. And a plus 6a plus b. Okay, so this is the first one here, which is this. The first minus the second, and the first plus the second. All right, let's expand and see. So you have 2a here, a minus 6a minus 6b. I'm opening this bracket, then a plus 6a plus 6b. Okay, so I think there's still some work to be done. So I have a minus 6a is minus 5a, and I have minus 6b here. Then I have 7a plus 6b. Okay, so this is your final answer. Get rid of this, not necessary. Yeah, this is the final answer. So I hope this was helpful to explain to you the concept of difference of two squares. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section. Catch you on the next one.